जी आप yeah. Mic.
Thank you, sir. My name is Usama Nizmani, and I'm working as a research consultant with IBRI. Brigadier Ikram, I have a question with respect to promotion of cross-disciplinary research. In respect to this, I would like to ask you, how could we promote research, particularly between public health experts and particularly with experts from technological backgrounds? To this end, I would like to suggest and seek your opinion. How can we actually better utilize use of artificial intelligence in understanding and assessing the spread of epidemics, and to better understand how they do spread, and also can consequently devise means to control the spread of epidemic diseases. So with respect to that end, I would like to know your opinion. Would you like to contribute to such measures that can promote cross-disciplinary research between public health experts and individuals from technological backgrounds?
I'm Dr. Saeed. Very simple question right now. As Badori Sahab have said that we have to prioritize our priorities with respect to biological defense. Having said that, my question is that risk assessment forms the basis of our development for the development of a viable bio-defense with due regard to biosafety and biosecurity implementation. My question is, which department or ministry in Pakistan is looking after this aspect?
ये किधर हैं आप लोग? ये खुद स्पीकर को करते हैं.
Thank you very much. My name is Dr. Saifullah Khan. I am DDG at BRC Test of Karachi. First question I would like to ask Brigadier Khan, that is it the first GMP facility in Pakistan you are building? I'm happy to learn, because we did actually a test of the ASV vaccine, which is available in the country, and all of them were contaminated. There was secondary infection there. So it's very happy to learn that GMP facility in Pakistan you are building. My second question goes to Mari Baba, that this voluntary declaration, who built the TOR? Is it every country itself, or there are universal TOR that one has to declare one? And second, inspectors are not allowed in Biological Weapon Convention. The reason behind that is that there is intellectual property right. For example, Finland, it has $5 billion industry only in enzyme using some microorganisms. So they definitely will not allow anybody to come in and to copy their technologies. So that was, and similarly in the pharmaceutical industries, there are a lot of microorganisms are used. So do you think that they will develop this type of mechanism so the inspector can go and check, or we will live like that? Thank you.
Acha, this is the last round, so I'll take the last question there.
I'm sorry, sir. I raised this question even before this session, but it's not announced because there was shortage of time. So, sir, first my question is that this is the type of any benefit everything has its use and misuse. So therefore, my also question is, as I wanted to ask before this session when there was Dr. Banori, okay, sir, even water has a lot of adverse effects, even fire has a lot of adverse effects, but they are also the part of our life. So in the same way, sir, artificial intelligence, it has most impacts. But you can you include this as a biological weapon? That's the first question. Second question is a very important personalities are sitting here, Dr. Ikram. Sir, actually there is lack of administration in vaccination. A lot of sir, even today, even in this time, even very modern time we have, so a lot of times sir, our people are dead, sir, due to venom. Sir, So my first question is, sir, why not we invested at the rural level, sir? First question. And sir, this question I have asked a lot of time to many people, but they were not able to give me satisfactory answer. Okay, what is the composition of the poison of snail? What is the composition? What happens, sir? What, sir, I want to have interest for this. Thank you, sir. You have 3 components, sir.
और एक पहले जो सवाल
highly technical, we can even discuss on the sidelines. But starting, your first question directly related to the dual use. Now, the terminology is dual use dilemma in the world. We use this terminology. There are courses all over the world. Bradford University was the first one, pioneer, who started a master trainer course. Some of us did that as well. And the thing is, I mean, definitely you're right. I mean, fire you can use for cooking and fire you can use for showing and the thing. So that is the dual use. Here comes the role of ethics and code of ethics. And if you go through the previous document, we devised the code of ethics for the life scientists that comprehensively covers all. आपको पता है गुनाह क्या, ये चीज गुनाह है, कहीं लिखा तो नहीं आप मतलब, लेकिन आप डरते हैं कि लिखा गया है कहीं पे, पीछे बैक ऑफ द माइंड कम्स कुरान पे ये चीज गलत है, अब आप उस अच्छा करें गलत करें, but the thing is the ethics are there. Similarly, you need to follow ethics, and that's how the field of bioethics evolved. Previously there used to be ethics only. Now there are, even in Pakistan, SIU in Karachi is conducting 2 years master's course and 1 year diploma course in bioethics only. So ये एक बाइंडिंग है, सोशल, मॉरल, लीगल तो नहीं होती, लेकिन टेक्निकल जरूर. Legality, you can't launch a legislation in this regard. You can't stop your research. It's बाहरी बड़ी दुनिया का concern है. Smallpox, for instance, the whole genome has been decoded, and anyone can read that. That article is published. The debate started from there. Should we publish it or should we not publish it? But finally they said it's a big research, it has to be published. So tomorrow anyone can form the smallpox, a virus which has been eradicated since 1977. So these are the dilemmas, so we have to deal them ethically. Dr. Sabha would definitely answer, but right now we are producing a tetravalent vaccine, which definitely India is not doing against the snakes. And we can get into the intricacies if you are interested. We'll guide you there. Yes, for the first time, Pakistan, and we take this credit, alhamdulillah, credit goes to the team for developing the GMPs, the good manufacturing practices, and they are in line with WHO pre-qualification. So once we are done with that, we are going to produce on those lines. And previously this question was by Sakamar, I forgot about. There are 2 things. One is the sample transportation, for which recently we conducted 5 intensive workshops. We have prepared the master trainers, and we can conduct anywhere those sample transportation trainings in the country. One thing coming down to training, and that is just one aspect, but there are many other trainings that we'll be talking about. The second thing is the cold chain management. Alhamdulillah, for the first time, we already launched a project, $4.8 million worth, got the funding through which unfortunately lapsed. We reprocured it, and we are forming a state-of-the-art warehouse within NIH. Inshallah, it's already started with the construction. Then we are in touch with JICA for procuring all those cold management maintenance vehicles. So inshallah, let's hope with the passage of time, we are quite sure we are on the job, and we are following our timelines as well. Training, the huge number of trainings, and now what we have started some time back, we have established a department at NIH as well, so that we impart all those trainings to different groups like Public Health England, WHO, and we are getting plenty of funding for that as well. Again, we would welcome all of you to please come down sometime. So because we go to our website, and then there are other societies as well, like the Infectious Diseases Society of Pakistan. There's another Pakistan Biological Safety Association, which have already launched training even for the first time in Pakistan, like High Reliability Organization. Now the new document in the line of SEN Workshop Agreement 15189 is ISO standard, that is 35001. And before even it is launched, we have started off the trainings within Pakistan. That totally comprehensively deals with biorisk management, as you were talking about, that the biorisk. The new term is BRM, the biorisk manager. Definitely, there were so many things: biosafety, biosecurity, risk assessment, risk management. The new terminologies comprehensively cover up biorisk management, and then the international certifications are available, like International Federation of Biological Safety Association. It has long certifications, they are very authentic. I would say go to their website, you You can take those exams from here, and especially for the postgraduate students. And currently, I happen to be the vice president of that as well. So, if anything more required, inshallah, we'll do our best in this regard.
Thank you. अच्छा, डॉक्टर साहब आप कुछ कहेंगे?
You answer my question.
Snake venom. Bharat. We are running.
बस जल्दी से मैं आपको बता दूं something very important that NIH has been redesignated as National Public Health Institute as well. Now comes the role of bioinformatics as you were discussing and artificial intelligence. Yes, we definitely require them, and we are on the job. We have hired the teams as well. I had a good discussion with the minister yesterday as well. So we will be, inshallah, maybe brilliant students like 3 of you students, please come down to me and we will make use of you, inshallah.
Acha. You see, I will now exercise my chairman's prerogative to draw towards a close of this very, very productive and very useful, illuminating session where we all have learned a lot. Just 2 or 3 points. I was recently told, or I read an article, I forget what, there are so many sources of information that are pouring into your mind these days that you don't remember what came from where. But the most dangerous environment is that of a plane, of an aircraft. Because as a passenger in a plane, if you are traveling from point A to point B, and the longer the route, you are exposed to a closed atmosphere with all kinds of people and with all kinds of maladies and problems, and that goes on for 5 hours, 7 hours, 10 hours, and that can be very dangerous for you. So the doctors say that, for example, that don't go into a flight, don't travel for at least 4 or 5 weeks after an operation. If you have had an operation, your immune system is weak, and if you fly in a plane, then you are likely to catch some infection. So anyway, we are talking about these kind of things, so this came to my mind. Dr. Asif talked about animal health records, and I was very amused because here we don't even have human health records. So the scientist looks at these things in an objective way, but the reality of the ground is very different. 18th Amendment. You see, 18th Amendment is something that has been enacted in a hurry. I mean, no right-thinking person will feel that the 18th Amendment the full homework was done for the 18th Amendment. It has caused us a lot of harm. It has empowered the provinces, fine. We are a federation, so the provinces should have the powers. But the way it was done is such that it has actually jeopardized many very valuable programs that we have had. So I don't worry about 18th Amendment. If we can get our way, if the National Institute of Health is getting things done without regard to 18th Amendment, I am very happy. That's how we serve the national interest. And these steps that might come in the way of the national interest, to me, should be revised. They are man-made, for God's sake. The 18th Amendment is man-made. There is nothing sort of very, very sacrosanct about it. So I just had a comment when I heard the mention of the 18th Amendment. I think Brigadier Amir's suggestion of having a Public Health Act enacted by the government of Pakistan is a very pertinent suggestion. We do need a Public Health Act, and I was happy to learn that now the NIH has been redesignated as the Institute of National Public Health Institute. So this I think is a step in the right direction. we need to have a comprehensive public health program, which brings me to what the recommendations of Dr. Javed Khurshid are. And I think they are very comprehensive. I have looked at it, we have worked on this, of course mainly Dr. Javed has done it, but these are valid recommendations, and I hope they enjoy your approval so that we can use them as the outcome of this very important seminar. So with this, I will request you to do a round of applause for our worthy panelists. So let's clap them. And then I think we will close this session, and some young lady will have to do the honors.
Ladies and gentlemen, with that, the seminar comes to an end officially, and you're all invited to have tea with us. Thank you all for coming, and